Hello you guys and welcome back to my channel. My name's Susie and I do all things plus size fashion, beauty, and lifestyle. If that is something that interests you, please hit the subscribe button down below. And if you want to see how I achieve this look and how I get ready, and if you want to get ready with me, just keep on watching. I'm just going to tie my hair back and look like an egg. That is the desired look right now. Just get all my hair out of my face. If you want to go grab your makeup and get ready with me, that would be fun. If you're not already wearing makeup. But the first step that I do is I put on the Hydro Primer by Milk. I take 2 pumps of this and I kind of like pat it on my face so that it like does that like sticky motion. Next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to grab my foundation base. I'm going to be using the Hourglass foundation and the Bare Minerals liquid. I use this combo all the time. It's probably my number one like asked question is what foundation I use, as opposed to like concerning makeup routine anyway. These 2 products are honestly my favorite right now, but I want to do a little bit more higher coverage than I normally do. Like today I'm going to do more coverage than my regular makeup. So I'm just going to like spot conceal first. Just like where I have a lot of like redness and things like that. So around my eyebrows is always just so like red. I'm just not sure why. My chin, around my mouth, and around my nose. I'm just gonna grab a damp beauty sponge and blend this out. Now that that's completely blended out, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna grab my Hourglass foundation stick and I'm going to put this on. This is obviously my right color. I have self-tanner on, so this color works perfectly right now with my little bit of a tan that I have. And then what I like to do is grab a little bit of the Bare Minerals Bare Pro foundation, and I like to pump some of this, it's locked, onto like a surface so that I can work off of it. This is just my bronzer, and I just like to dab into it and go over, because the Hourglass foundation is really thick, so, and also it's extremely pricey, so it's kind of nice that it's thick because it's so much better if you use a liquid foundation with it. It just makes your skin look flawless. It's honestly one of the best foundations out there in my opinion, is the stick foundation. Right now anyway, I think it's kind of my favorite. So I'm just gonna blend this all out. Now that I have a really full coverage base, I normally don't put this on an everyday makeup. I probably put half this amount of foundation on, but I want more of a glam look. So I am going for beautiful skin today. I'm going to use concealer. This is the Maybelline Multi-Use Concealer Instant Age Rewind. It's super popular. I'm sure that you guys have heard of it or probably use it. And down the nose and a little on the chin. Just gonna blend this out. Okay, so now that that's completely blended out, I'm going to do some baking. I'm just going to use the Morphe, what's this called? Bake and Set translucent powder. And I'm just gonna put some into my lid. And going to start by baking the under eye. This gets everywhere all the time. That's why I never put something nice on before I do my makeup. So now I'm going to actually contour. And I'm going to be using the Morphe FX 15 contour stick. What I like to do is I like to grab this little Sephora brush that I have, and I like to put some on here and contour my cheekbones. And I always put it a little bit above the hollow of my cheek because it gets dragged down anyway. You don't want it to go too low, so I always put it a little bit higher, and it just makes you kind of look like you have a bit of a instant facelift if you put it up higher. I put some of it on my brush. I used to just put this directly onto my face, But I started putting it on a brush because I noticed how much better it blends if I do it this way. So this is how I do my forehead. I always contour underneath my lip here and my nose as well. With this, I'm just using the Morphe M572 brush. Oh wait, I need to dust this off. So now that my nose and everything is contoured, I just like to blend it out a little bit with a beauty blender, just so it's not harsh. And then I want to go back and to do a little bit more baking now that I've contoured, and that is underneath my contour. I don't do this every single day. It's just because I'm trying to get more of a glam look. In the meantime, while I let that bake, I'm going to move on to my brows. So the first thing I like to do is I like to brush all of the eyebrow hairs up so that when I fill them in at the bottom, I want them to be as far up as possible. So then I go in with my, this is the Maybelline Brow Ultra Slim. This is honestly the perfect dupe for the Anastasia Brow Wiz. It's the exact same thing except way cheaper. So I'm just going to underline my brows at the bottom with this pencil. So when that's done, what I like to do is grab a spoolie again and I brush it out so that it's not harsh, going upwards before I move on to the next step. Next thing I'm grabbing is the e.l.f. dip brow. So you can use any dip brow that you have. Most people use the Anastasia one because that's like the OG, but I noticed that these pomades are so similar that you don't really need to go and spend the money on an Anastasia product with all of the dupes out there now. So I feel like this is a really good one if you're looking to get into using a pomade. So then what I do is I just put a little bit of the product on my brush, and I'm going to fill in the top and the tail. I'm gonna draw that out and then I'm gonna fill it in. I will show you guys. All right, now that my brows are done, I just like to brush away the under eye and all the baking. Perfect. And then I like to go in with my blush. That's the next step. Since I use a cream blush, I do this before bronzer. What I like to do is just grab my beauty blender and this is the MAC Grand Glow Play Blush, and I just like to grab a pretty excessive amount because I feel like it wears off so fast, and just put this on the upper cheekbones going up and like that. I do a little bit on the nose area and kind of over the bridge of my nose. I like to put blush all the way, so it's just a little bit more color, and then a little bit under the eyebrows, just to bring some color back into my face after all that foundation. I can never have too much blush. So fun to put on. The next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to grab my Marc Jacobs Tantric bronzer. I love this bronzer, honestly. The formula is flawless. It's probably I know that it's the priciest bronzer I've ever bought. I waited really, really long to purchase this one just because it's kind of a splurge, and I've been using a lot of like drugstore makeup and just trying to find dupes for stuff, but I always wanted to try this bronzer and it definitely lives up to the hype. But other bronzers I also like are the Hoola bronzer, and if you want one from the drugstore, the Physicians Formula is amazing. And it smells tropical, so that's nice. But this is currently the bronzer I'm using. Just like to put it a little bit down the neck. Pretty much everywhere. All right, so I'm gonna grab the Anastasia Soft Glam palette, and I'm gonna go into the color Orange Soda, so it's just this top one here, and a little bit of the burnt orange underneath. I'm gonna tap this off. I need to get some dimension in there. So I'm just dragging this all over my crease. And then when there's like no product at all, I just want to fluff it out everywhere. So then I'm going to go in with a little bit more of the burnt orange, the darker shade that I used, and use this a little bit more on the outer corner. I'm just going to place it there for now, and then I'm going to grab a different brush to blend it out. I'm going to be using the Coca-Cola same, they don't have numbers or anything, but it's one of the collection brushes, but this is just a little bit fluffier. And circular and windshield wiper until there is 0 lines with this. Circular, go back and forth, and little circular motions. So now that that is done, what I'm going to do is grab, where's my brush? I'm going to grab the Morphe x Jaclyn Hill JH43 brush, and I'm going to grab a little bit of that burned orange color, and I'm going to put this under my lash line. Just a really, really small amount under my lash line. And then I'm going to grab this brush, actually. I'm going to grab that, this is a really, really condensed small brush. So I'm going to just grab a little bit of the sienna color. So those are the two I was using. This one's just over here. It's like a little bit more of like a brick color. Oh my gosh. And I'm going to put that right into the outer crease and the outer quarter. Just like that. So I'm going to use the first brush I was using, like a medium fluffy brush, and I'm going to go with circular motions and try to keep this color on the outer corner. I don't want to bring this like into my eye because I want the middle to inside of my eye to be brighter than the outside. So I just want to keep this nice and tight over here. So now that that's completely blended out, I'm actually going to go in with my shimmer. So this is just a flat brush, and I'm going to grab a little bit of the glistening color here and the rose pink. Tap that off, and I'm just going to pat that onto the eyelid right in the middle. Right in the middle of the eyelid where there wasn't really any shadow. So now that that's done, I'm going to grab this tiny little brush, like super, super small, and I'm going to grab a little bit of the glistening color, the first one, without mixing it, and I'm gonna pop it there in the front of the eyelid, not quite the inner corner, but the front of the eyelid, and the same on the other side. Right there. And now I'm gonna do the inner corner with the lightest shade. This is a crazy, crazy white color, like really, really light, it's beaming. I'm gonna pop that into the inner corner right there to brighten that up. Just like that. And then what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna grab I need to find a brush that's gonna work perfectly for this. This one here would be good. The Morphe JH33, I'm gonna grab a little bit more of that color and I'm gonna put it under the brow. Just a little bit. I don't like a really crazy amount of highlighter under my brow. I always feel like I overdo it. But this is just a light amount, just to brighten it up a little bit. And then I'm going to grab a nude pencil. So you can grab a white pencil if you like a really dull like waterline, but I like using, this is the Color Show by Maybelline. It's just a really light tan color. And I put this on my waterline. This step is so important. I feel like it's overlooked a lot, but when it comes together and your waterline isn't red, it's just beautiful. Then I'm going to grab my eyelash curler and I'm going to curl my eyelashes. I'm just going to coat my lashes with mascara, my upper lashes. This is the Grandiose Lancome mascara. I only recently started using this again, but this is definitely not really my go-to mascara. I prefer the drugstore L'Oreal Infallible Carbon Black one, but I've got this. But one thing that's really nice is it's curved, so I feel like it's perfect for doing your lashes because it just works better, but it is what it is. I hope some of you guys are doing your makeup with me and are sticking through with me through this video. So I'm just gonna pop on my lashes off camera. These are the Lotus Afterglow lashes. They're super dramatic. I normally wear the Ardell Foaming 3D lashes, but I wanted to go a little bit more glam today. So I'm gonna pop these on and I'm gonna be right back. All right, so now that I have the most dramatic lashes on, I need to make the look come together. So I'm gonna grab a little bit of Rustic and Sienna and I'm gonna put this on my lower lash line. I'm gonna put mascara on my lower lash line using the same mascara. All right, so now that my mascara is on my lower lash line, I'm going to grab some setting spray. So this is the Morphe Luminous Setting Spray. I really like this setting spray because it makes my skin dewy and kind of like looks like I have a slight amount of highlighter all over. I'm not gonna put a highlighter on today. I feel like I haven't really been wearing it much, haven't really been going through a highlighter phase, but I'm going to just spray this in my face. All right, so now it's time for lips. So I'm gonna be using the Morphe Sweetheart liner to outline my lips. I'm just grabbing the MAC Honey Love lipstick and filling in my lips. I'm gonna add a little bit of gloss right at the top and the bottom. And this is the Morphe Freebird gloss. I absolutely love this. So I'm gonna do my hair off camera and then I'm gonna come back and show you guys the finished look. All right guys, that's everything for this video. I just finished up my hair, threw on some jewelry and a t-shirt. This is how I get ready. I hope that you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, please give it a big thumbs up and please subscribe to my channel. I would love to have you as a part of my YouTube family. I will see you guys in the next one.